Well, hey folks, it's your old pal, King Waspinator here. Welcome back to Total Party Skills. Be sure to hit like and subscribe, blah, 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 blah. Want to talk to you and I about a little game that you could get for Halloween, or if you're just a horror enthusiast in general, and that is Ghost of the Shadow Zone, which you can get on print on Amazon, or the digital download is available on the old Drive-Through RPG, which during the month of October, all my main game titles, I got 4 so far, are at a sale price of $9.99. After October's over, they're going to go back up, so you might as well grab one now if you're inclined to. Ghost of the Shadow Zone is probably the most serious of the games I've written. Not to detract any at all from Expedition to Ancient Egypt, which is, just a fun, classic, public domain Egypt, rock'em sock'em kind of game. And, both Amazon Time Barbarians and Planet Matriarchy are both satirical on their face, and so, even though they're perfectly playable, they're intended for people who are looking for a more kind of humorous, jokey kind of RPG experience. This is much more serious in tone. It originally began, I was going back over, the rules I had wrote for Expedition to Ancient Egypt and noticed and how I had set things up with the attribute system, that it might be possible to actually, do the impossible and make a decent ghost game. Before anyone could say it, I'll just go ahead and put it right out there. There is things about this that are, echoing of Wraith the Oblivion by White Wolf Games. I mean, the rule system that I use, it can be described as like the child of the old White Wolf rules and West End's D6, filtered through an OSR design philosophy. It's not D20, but it's all very stripped down, raw feeling, experimental kind of rules that leaves a lot of open space for homebrew rules that you want to make for it, and also just to be kind of a bit open to interpretation, which is what an old school game is supposed to be. The premise of this is that it's 1970s horror genre film kind of role-playing. I have it down as a 2-in-1 game because on one hand you could play it as entirely as ghost characters, as like a really dark survival horror game where they're stuck in the afterlife and they're just trying to survive, constantly juggling their sanity and their morale. There's ways for ghost characters to learn how to possess mortal bodies, explore other dimensions, meet things that could be gods, even get themselves resurrected as a lich potentially and live for hundreds of years. All that's possible. And on the other side, about midway through the game, it kind of shifts gears and presents things from the mortal end, and you could play an occultist, either going up or joining several different occult groups that I detail in this. Fictional, very, like 70s exploitation kind of vibe to them. Nothing that's supposed to even intentionally be accurate. Just some like classic story stereotypes, that are just fun to play against. And those kinds of characters, yeah, you can have like occult horror kind of storylines, the politics from the shadows kind of stuff, reminiscent of like mage or sorcerer in particular from White Wolf. Also, you could have it be like occultists investigating ghosts. There's a ton of stuff in here about different kind of ghost NPCs and other kinds of supernatural spirits that inhabit the Shadow Zone that mortal characters might potentially interact with or be haunted by. It's pretty thorough. I mean, it's got a pretty decent thickness on it if you get the print copy version. But it's a little bit cheaper in digital, and like I said, right now through the month of October, all my main core rule books are $9.99. They're probably, depending on the pricing and the thickness, like this one's going to go back up to $20 next month. So like I said, if you're at all curious about this, go ahead and grab it now while you can get it at the best price. And if you're watching this video more than a month from now, sorry. But anyway, I feel like it's a pretty solid game. Like I said, it does a couple of things that kind of address what I felt was wrong with Wraith the Oblivion. There's nothing in it that causes the player characters to all be set against each other. And I feel like it without losing the idea that you're juggling the ghost's inner duality, because like I said, the way they're split between their sanity and their morale values and constantly having to worry about those, could kind of create like a tension of creating a balance in themselves that they got to maintain in order to be able to survive the afterlife. And you know, like as a game, you know, it's like I said, it's more serious in that I took more time with it. The rules are better explained. The magic is better explained. But you know, it's not without its sense of humor. I would just say that, you know, while, you know, Amazon Time Barbarians and Escape from Planet Matriarchy are very much, you know, intentionally trying to lampoon modern culture war kind of stuff, this is sense of humor is kind of more like a grim irony and fatalism kind of a thing going on. It's not for everybody. It's dark. It's there's things about it that almost feel like it's like on the way to becoming a Beetlejuicy kind of afterlife, but without any of the silliness of a Tim Burton movie. Like I said, 70s occult horror. We're talking things like The Exorcist, but maybe told from the ghost's point of view, or the demon in that movie's instance. Stuff like Rosemary's Baby, The Omen, all sorts of like European and British movies of the era, Italian horror movies, Hammer films, all that kind of stuff are all the kinds of things that I had in mind and I was trying to capture when I was putting this together. So yeah, be sure to check it out. Very much appreciate it. Tell me in the comments below what a giant ripoff this is, and how dare I besmirch the good name of a quality role-playing game like Wraith the Oblivion. And yeah, talk to you later. Stay waspinated.